Good morning, students. Welcome to chemistry class. This is M. Veeraraju, lecturer in chemistry. And today, I want to give you the formula for the radius of the nth orbit. And it is useful for calculating the radius of first, second, third, fourth, and any orbit of any atom. Bohr has given an equation for calculating the radius of nth orbit of a hydrogen atom. But we can calculate the radius of nth orbit of any atom. So, Bohr has given Rn is equals to n square h square by 4 pi square mz e square. Substituting the values of h, pi, m and e, we get substituting the values of h, pi, m and e, then we get Rn is equals to 0.529 into n square angstrom by z. So this is the equation we get. So many calculations we can do. Radius of atom, if they may ask. If the same equation is taken in two different cases, R1 is equals to 0.529 into N1 square angstrom by Z1. R2 is equals to 0.529 into N2 square angstrom by Z2. Then we can write an expression R1 by R2 is equals to N1 square by N2 square into Z2 by Z1. So, if they give the question, the radius of the hydrogen atom, Z1 is equals to 1. And the first orbit of hydrogen atom, N1 square is equals to 1 square, is 0.529 angstrom. And find the radius of the second orbit of some other atom they will give, He plus or Li plus 2. Then write. Okay, so this is very easiest technique and very important to remember this. You see, find the radius of the first 4 orbits of a hydrogen atom. If a question is given to you like this, find the radius of the first 4 orbits, first orbit, second orbit, third orbit and fourth orbit. Then what is your answer? You write first the formula Rn is equals to 0.529 into n square angstrom divided by z. And you write here for hydrogen atom z is equals to 1. No need to write every time. Now you find the radius of the first orbit. 0.529 into 1 square angstrom. If you calculate the value, you will get 0.529 angstrom. Then you go for R2, 0.529 into 2 square angstrom with 4 into 0.529, 2.116 angstrom you will get. You have to multiply this. Then for third orbit, 0.529 into 3 square angstrom, 9 into 0.529, you will get 4.761 angstrom. Then R4 is equals to 0.529 into 4 square angstrom, that is 8.464 angstrom. Of course, all the values are well noted for me since I have been teaching since 25 years. But a student will calculate, you will get the same answer, 100% same answer. Suppose say they ask, find the radius of the 10th orbit of a hydrogen atom. Find the radius of the 10th orbit of a hydrogen atom. Student, again have some patience. First of all, write down the formula. 0.529 into n1 n square angstrom by z. Then R10 is equals to 0.529 into 10th orbit. N value is 10. 10 square angstrom. Hydrogen is the atomic number is 1. Then R10 is equals to 100 into 0.529, 52.9 angstrom, my dear student. Some cases maybe they may give 53 angstrom, one and the same, 0.1 is the difference, makes no difference. So my dear students, not only this, suppose say the ratio also sometimes they may ask. So here like this, what is the radius expression? And if we take if we substitute these values, what is the formula we will get? And if we write the equation in two different cases, then R1 by R2 is equals to N1 square by N2 square into Z2 by Z1. Then radius of the first orbit of hydrogen atom, second orbit, third orbit, fourth orbit, and also the 10th orbit. Dear students, please note down or else take the screenshot. I'll move aside because I want to explain two more problems. Come on. Yes, students. So I want to erase this information. A very important question is, give the ratio of the first radius of the give the ratio of radius of the first 3 orbits of hydrogen atom. First 3 orbits of a hydrogen atom. Dear students, just now we have calculated the radius of first orbit, second orbit and third orbit. Here in this question, they are asking the ratio of the radius of first 3 orbits, means first orbit, second orbit, third orbit. Suppose say, for solution you take like this, R1 is to R2 is to R3, and you do not write 0.529, what we have calculated, 2.116 and 4.761. Though you write, you will get the same answer because the smallest value in them is 0.529. With that, if you divide all, you will get the ratio. It is also for infinitesimally, but more than that, a very simplest method is, you write R1 is 0.529 into 1 square angstrom is to 0.529 into 2 square angstrom is to 0.529 into 3 square angstrom. Dear students, 0.529 and angstrom is cancelled in all, and see, then your answer is 1 is to 4 is to 9. This is the simplest way. Suppose say they ask, give the ratio of the radius of second orbit to that of the first orbit of a hydrogen atom. So students, R2 is to R1, R2 by R1, 2.116 by 0.529. 0.529 goes 4 times in 2.116. So 4 is the answer. 4 by 1 is the answer. 4 is to 1 may be represented. The simplest technique. Simply you write R2 by R1. So you know that this is 0.529 into 2 square angstrom divided by 0.529 into 1 square angstrom. Again, angstrom cancel. 0.529 also cancel. 4 is the answer, or else 4 by 1 is the answer, or else 4 is to 1 is the answer. Students, in the next video, I'll explain energy expression, energies of the first 4 or 5 orbits, then energy in 2 different equations. If you like the video, please share, subscribe and like. If you share, it will be helpful to so many students. Thank you each and everyone.